So, lawn or landscape business, everybody's got those couple clients who they don't want to do no paperwork. They don't want an invoice. Small business owner and they think they're cool and they like to pay you in cash. You're their landscape guy and they always pay, and you get real cool with them. You just a handshake and they become like your friend. It's like a verbal handshake thing, and you don't even do paperwork anymore because you just don't. You show up, you do the work, you get paid. But one hard lesson that I've learned that I want to share is making sure you always have either something in writing, something on paper, and if it's not a contract, like who am I kidding, right? You could say, oh, you always have to have a contract, a 5-page contract. Like, come on, dude, we're in the landscaping business. But even if it's in your calendar or if it's through a text message to communicate to the customer. Is my phone cracked? I hope my phone's right. To communicate, damn it, calls all over the country all damn day, nonstop. Everybody trying to get your money. So, at least a text message that you send to the customer with the agreement of work to be done for the price, the details of the work and the price, even if it's a quick text message, and document it somehow, because the time comes, let's just say you do a $1,200 job and you go to get paid from the customer and you're thinking, oh my god, that took longer than expected, but at least I made $400 off that. It cost me $800 to do it, but I made $400. The job's $1,200, so you made $400, right? You go to the customer to get paid that cash and they go, okay, so it was you said it was $800, right? You go, no, it was 12. And they say, no, we agreed on 8. And you go, no, I'm telling you, Mr. Smith, we agreed and we shook hands on 12. Now you've got a disagreement with your customer and you got a lump in your throat and you get nervous. You're like, oh shit, I didn't have a contract. There wasn't even anything to even prove. It's his word against mine. And now your cool customer guy who likes to pay you in cash all the time is about to, he who has the most certainty wins, right? If you're very, very certain and you put your foot down, they're gonna say, okay, maybe I was wrong, but sometimes not. So if you've ever learned that hard lesson where you go to collect from your Mr. Cool Cash customer and you get the agreements wrong, let me know in the comments below and what you do. I know this is like a real, like, just super, super basic, low-level, trivial thing, but I think about it. Okay. I'm gonna do this quote right now. It's like almost 8 p.m. That's why you give them the invoice before you start the work. Yeah, so like, what's interesting to me in this business, in theory, you would do everything the right way all the time. But when you have 20 things on your plate at once, and you have to cut corners, like let's say like let's say that you're in a situation where you've got so much going on, you have to make split-second decisions and cross bridges when you get to them. And if it blows up in your face 1 time out of 10, you're going to deal with that. So, let's say you have to go get paid from a customer. You have to close a deal really quick, and you're closing a $5,000 deal, but you have to be to a family event in 20 minutes, and you're still in your work clothes. Shit's burning down all around you. What do? Nope. I'm like obsessed with this type of shit. I'm obsessed with it. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Man, I'm supposed to be navigating to this house. Chance Daily Hustle? Make the clothes. Oh, there's a dog running around. I can't drive. The dog's running underneath my truck in a random neighborhood where I just pulled over. I got one customer just gave me a deposit in all cash. I gotta go put this in the bank. You ever hear Robert Kiyosaki say cash is trash? Hey, Chant, if you're watching, dude, we were on the phone the other day about the whole dump trailer thing. I said this in the last video. This dump trailer has tripled our productivity already this week. It's amazing. I remember growing up a poor kid on welfare and working for $12 an hour at dead-end lawn care jobs. I think it was like my second year in the business. The first time I ever got $10,000 in cash, it was like all $100 bills. And I laid it out on the bed and I was spreading it out and playing with it and taking pictures with it. And that's the moment that it hits you that $10,000 isn't shit. And then you feel really stupid. You're like, I'm literally sitting here playing with 10 grand. If you're sitting there playing with 10 grand, that's all you fucking have. And you're probably broke. You're probably broke. I had a buddy once. Love you, Chant. Chant, I'm sorry, Chant. I said your name wrong. I'm sorry, sir. Chant. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm from the Midwest. So I had this buddy that told me, he used to say, when I had a job, when he gets down to like 10 grand, he gets scared shitless. I'm like, what are you talking about? You have 10 grand. He's like, no, if you get down to 10 grand, you're scared shitless. And so, like, shit like that's true, whatever level that you're at, if you get down to like 30 grand, you're scared shitless if you get down to 20 grand, because you have so many things in motion, and that's only at just the small little level of entrepreneurship. How do you deal with multiple businesses, millions of dollars, and be totally calm and relaxed? And your relationship to that is it's nothing. All right, I'm out of here. I gotta go do this quote real quick. Wifey's cooking dinner. Riley's cleaning service. I made a little mistake on this landscape job we're doing right now. It's $6,550 to rip out and redo this landscape. So $6,500. There was one piece from the first phase of the job that I didn't do the math right, because they added phase 2. It was basically sod. And so I was calculating my numbers, and I basically lost $300 right off my profit. And it was one little thing that snuck in, and I didn't see it, and the customer saw it, and I'm glad they did. I was like, oh yeah, you're right, $300. But there's so many little learning lessons. 10 grand ain't shit. I'm a concrete contractor. My average ticket is $7,500 to 15 grand. All my jobs get contracts. Bishop Concrete Services LLC. Oh yes sir, yes sir. Especially when you have all that equipment and that payroll and all that labor. Absolutely, bro. Paul Greenleaf. R&R is my favorite. Lots of money to make. Yeah, it is cool when you do a whole landscape job, when you're doing everything, and the customer comes out and they just keep adding shit, and like you're just there for like a whole week with the sun burning you, but you don't care, dude. You're getting paid. It's those jobs, those big ass jobs, that's where you sock the money away and pay down your taxes, your insurance policy off. Here's one thing that I do. Should I start a garden maintenance company? Hell yeah. As long as the people that you hire know the difference between plants and leaves and weeds. I mean, God bless you too. So, like, here's one thing I do. I make sure there's enough money in the tax account and that the insurance policies are completely paid off for the whole calendar year by Thanksgiving. So it makes me run my ass off. But then as soon as Thanksgiving hits, the balance is zero. Everything's paid off for the entire winter. And then I don't have to keep making payments through the winter. It's just the way I like to do it. I like the overhead and the bills to drop so low that there's nothing but just personal expenses. Profit First, that's an amazing book. Oh, that book made you accidentally pay off your insurance early. Yep. I love it. I'm excited. Every Monday, I go on my laptop, pay the credit cards down to zero, 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 mail a check to the insurance policy, just drop another grand on it, pay it off. Just literally pay everything off, then put money into the savings accounts and do everything, because when you know what it's like to be eating ramen noodles with an eviction notice on your door, begging the phone company to keep your cell phone on, and you look in the mirror and you're a grown man and you can't even afford to take your wife out to eat, that's scary. That will make you go and work your guts out. That'll make you a fucking warrior. It'll make you a survivor. It'll make you a soldier. Oh, was it hot today? Dude, it was crazy. I bought a cooler with a case of water and ice. Just slamming them, dude. This summer, are you going to make more landscaping videos? Yeah. I have tons of vlog footage, but no time to edit it. And there's another reason why I don't make as many out in the field videos as I used to. Oh, you eat ramen noodles? Check this out. Back after my mom died, and I lived in this. I had roommates. And basically, I was broke. I had a shitty lawn care job. It was the middle of the winter. This is awesome. So take ramen noodles, put them in the pan with the water, and crack the chicken or beef seasoning, and then you crack an egg open and you put it in the noodles. So it's like egg drop soup, and you get the frozen chicken. The bags of like frozen chicken breasts is like $10 for a whole bag of them, and then you take that and you cook that, and then chop it up and throw it in the ramen noodles with the egg, and then you buy the bag of mixed vegetables frozen. It's got peas and carrots and onions or whatever, and then you put that in there too and just put a bunch of seasoning in there, and then you just sit there staring out the window or looking at the electric clock, and you put it in a big ass Rubbermaid, just a Tupperware container, because you don't have to impress anybody, right? And you just sit there, and I think I broke it down and it only cost $2 for an entire dinner, and it's so delicious. When I got married, I was fucking putting ramen noodles. I was putting chicken and ramen noodles and eggs and mixed vegetables and making this big ass pot of shit. And my wife's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was putting it in a big ass Tupperware container, sitting there eating it. Just sitting there leaning over the counter. And that's when I realized that I am a caveman. And does anybody here eat really, really, really fast? Because you're conditioned to rush. And all the time people say, "God, you eat so fast." So here's what I do. Whenever my wife and I sit down and eat dinner, it's torture. I play this little game. It's a rule that I have. I am not allowed to take the first bite of my food until she has taken her first bite of food. And do you try it? Try this with your woman. Don't take the first bite of food until they stick the fork in their mouth and start chewing. That way you can pace yourself and tell yourself to slow down. I can eat an entire plate of food before somebody takes even their second bite. But when you've been working, jobs, or you're rushing and you have to just wolf down a whole sandwich, you're taking out a big oak tomorrow? Oh, damn. Oak tree ain't no joke. Jailhouse burrito. Mix chips with ramen Ziploc bag and roll and towel. Jailhouse burrito. Somebody told me there's this trick. I don't want to talk about that stuff because I don't know anything. I'm not qualified to talk about it. When am I coming for speaking near Long Island? I would love to come as soon as possible. What's up, Hunter? What's up, Riley's? What's up, Kevin? You're dumping it all for free? That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna jump on out of here. Anybody ever take naps in your truck? Like you're so tired, you can literally pull over and just take a nap in your truck. Whenever I start swerving at the wheel, I literally pull over, shut off my phones, and I'll sleep for 30 minutes. I think I'm about to do that shit right now, dog. Look how messy the back of my truck is. Alright, I'm out of here. See you soon. Peace. No, I'm going to do this quote. Screw that.